Hello everybody and welcome to Jennifer Esquire Creations. Today we have a speed drawing of a mermaid taking a bubble bath. I have been on a kick lately, you guys, where I've been drawing a lot of like mystical type of art. We've done some mermaids, we've done unicorns, we've done a shark mermaid, which to be honest is one of my personal favorites. And I will have all of those linked in the cards for you guys in case you want to check them out. But I was really inspired to just draw a mermaid taking a bubble bath. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this, but I play a game called The Sims. I'm sure you've heard of it. And they have a new expansion pack that they've just released for the game where you can have mermaids in the game. And so I was playing with that, and one of the features is that if you're a mermaid and you take a bubble bath, your tail will like stick outside of the bubble bath. And I thought that was adorable. It just looked so cute and so sweet. It was like just a cute little sweet moment. And I thought, I need to draw that. And then I was also further inspired by the movie Splash. And there was a mascara commercial featuring Candy Johnson, who's a beauty guru if you don't know who she is. And she did a commercial for Too Faced where she was doing a commercial for like waterproof mascara, and she was a mermaid in a bathtub. So I just had all these images of beautiful mermaids in bathtubs with their little tails hanging out. And I just thought it was super cute. It's like a fun, quirky piece. You know, it's whimsical. That's the word. It's whimsical. And I am a huge fan of clawfoot tubs. I think that they are amazing. I definitely would love to own one day. I don't think I've ever taken a bath in a clawfoot tub. If I can, let me just try to recollect. I don't think I ever have. I've seen lots of them in houses that I've toured, but I've never actually had the pleasure of like, you know, taking like a nice bath. And that would be such a fun thing to do, to get some bath products from Lush, not sponsored, and like some pretty bath bombs and stuff, and you know, just to like have the experience of being in that deep, big, huge clawfoot tub would just be really, really nice. Let's add that to our bucket list, everybody. Comment below if you've ever taken a bath in a clawfoot tub, and let me know, is it as good as it looks? Like, is it as enjoyable as it looks? Because it looks pretty enjoyable. So I'm just saying. Usually when I do mermaid tails, I do them like blue or green or something like that. And in this situation, I decided to go a little different, and I decided to do like a pink and yellow theme. It's definitely against the grain for me, but I like the way it turned out. I wanted to do something completely different for this mermaid than anything I've done in the past. I was really in a mood to think outside the box, and so I made the tail pink and yellow, and I think that the color combination looks super pretty. I was going to do like extra details and stuff, as you guys saw in the speed drawing, but in all honesty, I just didn't feel that it looked good. And I don't know how you guys are as artists, if you guys are artists, but for me, like, I'll have a general idea of what I want to draw. Like, I knew I wanted to draw a mermaid in a bathtub. Like, that was something I knew I wanted to draw. But, like, I didn't know exactly what her tail was going to look like, or what her hair was going to look like, or even what the bathtub was going to look like. Like, I knew it was going to be a pretty bathtub, but I wasn't sure exactly 100% of the shape. And so, like, for me, it's fun to kind of figure that stuff out as you go along. And I know that every time I draw a picture, I try to do two things. The first thing is I try to make it something about it unique from the last picture I drew. I try to, you know, not be like cookie cutter. I try my best. Hopefully I'm succeeding. You guys can let me know. But the second thing I do is I always try to learn something new artistically. I try to try out a new technique or play with new tools, because I feel like as an artist, it's really good to stretch yourself and always grow and move in different directions. And so I was playing with different color palettes in this one. In the tail, I used some different tools that I usually don't use. I think I used like the crayon tool and the chalk tool to try to give dimension and, you know, a little bit of texture to her tail. And then I was also playing around a little bit with different things on the skin. You know, she's in a bathtub, so she's not wearing any makeup or anything. She's just a naturally gorgeous mermaid. But I was playing around with highlights and shadows to try to give her face lift and dimension, and you know, I was playing around with different things, and I think it turned out really pretty. I thought that she kind of looked a little bit like Rihanna, and I showed my friend, and she was like, no, she doesn't look like Rihanna at all. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm wrong. You guys let me know if you think she looks like Rihanna. I'm probably wrong, but, let me know what you think. But I think either way, she turned out amazing. I just feel like we're kind of just witnessing this moment of relaxation. And here's where I try to get a little crazier with the tail, and I'm trying different patterns. And, I think it's hard because as an artist, when you're drawing a picture, you're the one who's in charge of how the picture turns out. You're the one who's in charge of like what happens. And sometimes you have to make a judgment call. Like when things aren't working out or when things aren't going smoothly, um, you have to be the one to say like, this isn't working. And even here, I'm trying to use different smudging techniques than I usually do. I think this was the finger smudge, and I feel like it gave the tail a really pretty effect. I liked it. I got to be honest with you guys. I think one of my most beloved tools. Well, my most beloved tools as an artist, the things that I think make my pictures, my drawings, my art pieces what they are. If I had like a signature style, the tools that like I could not live without are my smudge tool. My smudge tool, it just makes things so seamless. And I'm smudging the shadow right now, and I just think it gives it something. I wanted to put like some kind of a gleam on this bathtub, and it just wasn't looking good. So, in case you're wondering, like, why didn't she put a gleam on the bathtub? I tried. It just didn't come together. And I felt like at the end of the day, I was just going to leave it the way it is. There's a lot of colors going on in this piece. It's like there's greens, there's turquoise, there's pinks and yellows. There's a lot of different colors. There's some purples that come into play later. There's some coral. This is a very colorful piece. Very, very colorful. But I think that they're all in the same kind of color family. So I feel like even though there's a lot of colors coming at you, I feel like they all kind of like they go well together. Like I'm imagining if this was a pattern on a dress and say the main dress was blue and then there was like some pink and yellow flowers and some green leaves and maybe some purple accents, I feel like it would all go like they're harmonized well together. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? So that's something that I think could be very successful. And I don't know. I part of me likes the little bubbles that are floating up that are detached. Part of me likes them and feels like they're really cute and they add something to the picture. And then part of me is like, are they really necessary though? I'm not really sure. But there you go. Oh, also, in case you guys are wondering why I color outside the lines and then go through and erase and everything, just in case this is your first video that you've ever happened upon by me, I'm legally blind, so I draw, and do things a little differently. If you guys are interested, I'm going to be uploading a video very soon about the tips and tricks I use as a visually impaired artist. And if you guys are visually impaired, or if you just want some tips and tricks if you're just curious, I like to watch stuff like that too sometimes. That video will be coming out soon. I've already filmed it. I'm just kind of in the process of editing it and putting on the finishing touches. So it should be up relatively soon. So hang in there for that, and hopefully you'll be excited to see that. But yeah, so I put on her little table. I felt like she needed a side table. I think I could have just had her in the bathtub by itself, but I felt like it needed another thing to kind of weight her into reality and show that there was like a room, show that there's dimension or connection. And so these are some little bath salts that she might be using in her bath, maybe lavender scented bath salts. And then I have some soap that I'm coloring in, some like natural soap that she might be using or not using. And also there's going to be a loofah, as you can see, and a candle burning, just, for ambiance or whatever. I probably should have, in retrospect, made that candle a little bit, like, thicker, because it doesn't look like a scented candle. It just looks like a candle for the sake of being a candle. But whatever. It's the art piece is done. I don't know about you guys as an artist, but a lot of times, like, I'll show somebody something I've done and it's like a finished piece and they'll be like, oh, you should do this. And I'm like, no, it's done. And unless it's something really horrible, like, oh, this really looks off balance, or oh, this is really, really bad, like, you need to fix this. But if it's like some little critique, I'm just not going to fix it because it's like, it's done. This is it. This is the final thing. And if it's not something that's like a massive fail, I'm just not going to fix it. This little thing that the loofah is on, I wanted it to look kind of like it was tin or metal. Hopefully that came across. We'll see what happens. And of course, I was trying to make it look like the container holding the little bath salts is made out of glass, so that was that as well. Anyway, guys, we're going to be seeing the finished product very, very soon. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up because that helps out the channel a lot. Subscribe for more speed drawings, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.